What is going on? All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around here. So, happy Wednesday. It is Walks of Wisdom Wednesday. If you are listening to this and you are not already part of our Walks of Wisdom community, you can head on over to walksofwisdom.com. You'll get to listen to all of the previous episodes. You'll get to join our community. You'll get access to a cool plethora of resources. So, go ahead and join our community. But today we're going to be talking about connection, right? Connection. Such a huge thing for so much of us. But what we're going to really dive into is connection over concept. And so, man, I live in the world of business. I do a lot of this stuff in the health industry, help people with, relationships and mindset and all kinds of really cool stuff. But when it comes down to achieving things that you want in the world, you're usually looking for somebody who's already achieved that ahead of you, right? Like, there's very little that's been done in the world that hasn't already been done. So if we're trying to do something, we might as well look for somebody who is already successful in the thing that we want to get done and see if we can follow some of their steps to avoid some of their failures, and really just model what we think success will be for us, okay? And so when it comes down to this, when people feel like there's something they want to do, maybe it's, they want to make some extra money to pay off the credit card debt or plan for a vacation or whatever it may be, or maybe they want to, Alex, good to see you, my man. Maybe they want to, lose some weight and get in better shape, or like Alex, you want to buy a new house, whatever it may be. When there's a goal that you put in front of yourself, you go out and you look for somebody else who's already done this, right? And a lot of times you can find what steps those people took in order to make that happen for them. And sometimes following those steps will also give you similar results in your situation. Sometimes things are a little bit different for everybody, and so you have to learn to model a little bit. But what people really find as something that gives them success in achieving the results that they're looking for is not in the how-to steps. It's not in the 1, 2, 3 of actions that you're supposed to take. Because most of the time, those actions are taken by yourself. When you're on your own, you're supposed to do these things and get the next step taken, the next step taken, and like, maybe sometimes you don't know if you're doing it right. Or maybe you're like, forget a step, or maybe you're just tired and you don't feel motivated or whatever to do the thing that you feel you should do, even though you know where you think it's going to take you. A lot of times we just don't do the thing, right? Like, man, getting in better shape. How many hundreds of years have people struggled to model their body into the way that they want it to be in a good shape, to feel comfortable taking their shirt off at the beach, and whatever the standard is. Like, the information around how to do that is enormous and available, especially now with the internet these days. Holy crap. You can look up any number of, fitness programs, and they go on every end of the scale. It's all crazy out there, okay? So information is not really what gets us to what we need to have happen, right? If it was a lack of information and everybody was fat, then you could understand it, right? But the information is there on what to do not to be fat, yet we still have obesity as like a major player in the game of especially America, but all over the world. So what is the difference maker in the people who are in shape and healthy versus the people who aren't, if information is not the thing holding them back? And this is today's topic, is connection. Okay, people are not looking for information to get stuff done. You can look up a YouTube video, you can download a PDF, you can get access to stuff practically for free anywhere on the internet. But the difference between the people who download stuff for free or watch a free video and try to figure it out on their own, and the ones who are usually more successful are the ones who connect with other people that are actually going down that path with them. Okay, whether it be somebody in the mode or somebody who has already achieved the thing. Now, if you can connect with somebody who's already done the thing, holy crap, you can increase your results a lot faster than just knowing the steps that they took. Because as you go to take that step yourself, you might have a question. Oh, what about this? What about this? How do I do this? Should I do this one first or this one second? How do you recommend over here? Like, there's so many pieces where you connecting with somebody who has already achieved the thing that you want to achieve can bring you in the confidence that comes from that information relay, right? When you talk to somebody who you feel knows the answer and you ask them a question, they give you the answer, you don't usually question it. You're like, oh, okay, cool. And you go do the thing. So many of the actions that we take in our world are based on feeling. And that feeling is an expectation of whether or not you think you know what the outcome is going to be. And so if there's something brand new that you have never done before that you're looking to try and do, whether this is the first time you've tried to lose weight or this is, the first time you really tried to lose weight that you're just going to keep it off and not go back, it's a different experience than whatever you've had in the past. And so learning how to do that, you got to find somebody else who did that thing and then you can model them and talk to them. But if you're trying to do it on your own, you're not really going to be as confident if you just watch some video of somebody who told you what was maybe possible. Right? You may not actually feel that confident that taking that same step is going to give you the same result. But if you connect with the guy that made that video and you talk to him directly and you ask him a question and he's like, okay, here's the answer, blah, blah, blah. Boom. You start to feel it. You're like, oh, this dude said this thing and that's what I'm supposed to go do. Because you see that connection create more validity in the information. All right. So that's one reason people are seeking connection more than concept. Number two is that we will do more for other people than we will for ourselves, right? We are willing to go outside of our comfort zone to make something happen for someone else because we don't want to let them down, right? When I did personal training back in the day, I would show up at the gym. And I always try to beat my clients there, but sometimes they were there real early and they were, half hour working out beforehand and getting ready and pumped and whatever. But sometimes, I would beat them there and get ready and they were getting ready and, they kind of drag themselves in and they're slow to get warmed up and stretched and whatever. And I could tell before we even start working out that the only reason that they showed up that day was because I was there. If I was not there to count their reps, they would have not even shown up at all. And even though they were there, they weren't all that enthusiastic or whatever, but they knew this was a step that they needed to take. But my point is now accountability comes into play. Because when you feel like somebody else is paying attention and seeing the steps that you're taking, you're much more likely to continue to do them. Whereas if you are only accountable to yourself, this is what we call integrity. It's an unwavering commitment to yourself. It's very easy to break that because we have conditioned ourselves to make it okay to not do the things that we know we're supposed to do. This is why we don't have the things that we want to have, because the information and steps about how to do that, it's available. If you're overweight, it's because you have chosen over and over and over to allow it to be okay to eat crappy food and not move enough and all the things that create negative health. If you don't have enough money, guys, holy cow, can you make money in endless ways in America especially? If you don't have the money that you want, it's because you said it's okay to earn what you're earning and to get by. Okay? It's because you've made it all right in your own head to let yourself down. But if you have some other form of accountability, whether it's you put money and effort, into a personal trainer, it's like, wow, I just spent $100 an hour to work with this guy. He's going to charge me whether I show up or not. I better show up and at least do something. That something is better than nothing, right? And so You get accountability through connection. You get motivation. You get support. You get all of the pieces that emotionally charge you to actually take the necessary steps. Knowing the steps is not enough. Having the concept written out in a 1, 2, 3 blueprint is never going to be enough on its own to get you down the road that takes many steps. If it's like 1 or 2 steps, you could probably push yourself through that. But fitness is not something you achieve overnight. Being financially secure, definitely a long-term game. Having a good relationship with somebody, you have to work on it for a long time. It's not something that happens right away. And so most of the stuff that we're really looking to achieve in our lives takes time. It takes repeated conscious choice that I'm going to sacrifice the discomfort of not knowing what is going to happen because the step that I know I should take is the one that is in front of me. And I'm simply going to take that step, even though it's uncomfortable, even though it may not have a guarantee or whatever. This is what I feel is going to get me in the direction that I want to go. Whether it's a better relationship, more money, better health, whatever it may be, okay? So I want you guys to understand, if you're looking for a way to change yourself, look for people who are offering connection around that area. If you're looking to make more money, find not only somebody who is, already making a good amount of money in a way that you would also like to make money, but try to find somebody that you can connect with. Talking to them for 10 or 15 minutes may actually give you way more insight than searching for hours for YouTube videos and watching random crap. So you can save yourself a lot of heartache in skipping those pieces, but you can also find somebody who can help keep you accountable, help keep you on track, support you, motivate you, be real with you sometimes. Hey, you're not doing the thing. What the hell's going on? A lot of times it's not like we're looking for people to pull punches. It's people who will tell us for real what's going down and when we're not doing what we need to do. So at the end of the day, guys, the steps to do the thing, it helps. It helps kind of take out the figure it out process. But once you know what you're supposed to do, making the choice to actually do the thing is a lot harder if you're on your own. So if you guys are looking for somewhere that's an accountability structure, you need some help, you need some motivation, you have some questions, whatever it may be, I'm opening my door. You can go to walksofwisdom.com, jump into our free community there. You can, again, check out all the episodes of what I've already got there, but this is a place for us to also connect and to rely on each other and to ask questions and feel supported and be motivated to achieve whatever it is that's important for us in life. So I'd love to be there for you. I'd love to answer any questions you have. If you have some questions, go ahead and hit me in the comments with those. I appreciate those anytime. I very much read them and answer every one of them. So I look forward to seeing how you connect with people, because at the end of the day, that's really what takes it from a sale to progress. There's always an exchange of time or money or something, effort, whatever it may be. There's an exchange that comes in for the reward that you're looking for. But in order to stay motivated to get that thing done, it usually takes time and repetitive nature that has to be supported by other people that you watch. You get to see doing the same thing over and over. You get to watch their failures. You get to see their successes. You get to ask questions. Those things are the difference makers in helping you stay on track to get those things done. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Let me know if you got any questions, and I will see you next time.